Lenny Dykstra, former baseball outfielder, member of the 86 world champion Mets. His book is House of Nails, a memoir of life on the edge, the construction, demolition, the resurrection. Now available online, wherever books are sold. Nails, good to see you again.
All right, yeah, good to see you.
As soon as Lenny came in the studio, and he goes, remember last time we were face-to-face? I said, China Club, Chicago, you had a dip, you had a cigarette, and a drink in your hand.
Believe it.
Right?
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were with your brother. I mean,
Yeah.
I really do
Yeah.
remember that. It was, a couple other people joined us later.
Did you party more with the Phillies or the Mets?
Oh, I mean, that's not even. I mean, I didn't even know what partying was with the Mets. I mean, like that whole Mets team that's made out to be some big, like, crazy, wild group is. I mean, our Phillies.
Oh,
we made them look like children.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! I mean, people needed a prescription filled. I'd fill it for them. You know, I mean, we were just all. It was. I mean, that was a crazy team. The Mets team was a great team because of the curtain calls and excitement, and it's just kind of now like I don't see it out there anymore. I don't see people celebrating. They don't seem like they're having fun. So we had fun and made people kind of like it.
Well, but if you looked at, you had booze, you had drugs, whatever with the Phillies. I mean, it was a constant party.
Oh, it was everything, man. It was rocket ships, roids, and the other team knew it too. I mean, they wanted no part of us, and we were all on a mission. I mean, we were. That was again, I got to play for New York and Philadelphia, and playing in the two best sports cities and winning in both of them.
Yeah,
I mean that's just a gift,
The toughest thing to write about in this book was what?
Probably what I did to my family. Probably how I hurt my family.
Where does that stand now?
Oh, it's great. I have a great relationship with my kids and even my ex-wife. But I talk to my kids every day. Like Luke's in A-ball actually for the Atlanta Braves, and he's hitting 320. So fortunately for me, my relationship with my kids is always has been and stayed great.
What was the easiest thing to talk about?
I mean, well, baseball. I mean, that comes easy, but women, drugs.
But what kind of, were you doing drugs when you played?
A lot.
Like what?
Well, I mean, it started out. What's kind of funny about that is it's not funny, but so I was a leadoff hitter, and when I was with the Mets, remember the Mets? When I was with the Mets, I didn't take a drug. I didn't know what a drug was. I was a kid. But see, when you play every day and you play hard, once you get to 28, 9, your body gets beat up. So, I would see my teammates like Kruk and Dalton, these guys drinking 20 beers a game to take their pain away. And, I'm kind of cut through and clarify kind of guy. I like to kind of be the, first one to the dance. So I asked a trainer, I said, there's got to be something else you can give me to take the pain away. And he gave me a pill. It was a little white pill and one drink, and I thought I reinvented the wheel. I mean,
what was the pill?
Vicodin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, and it worked, by the way. I mean, because remember, I let off, so I would take.
That made more sense than 20 beers.
Yeah, I mean, and I thought, I got them again. These guys, they don't get it. And, in this world, in life, there's really nothing for free. So I paid a heavy price for that. But it did get me on the field every day, and I did some things that year that actually no one else has ever done.
But when did you start using steroids?
Oh, 90, yeah.
Oh, so not with the Mets?
No, come on. I mean, with the Mets, I was a part-time player with the Mets. I mean, more than part-time. I got 400 at-bats, but it wasn't until I got traded and I became the everyday center fielder that I didn't really forget how to hit. I just, my body couldn't hold up. I'm a small guy. I mean, and so, throwing amphetamines on top of that. And I mean, at the end of the season, my bat felt like a telephone pole. So I kind of took charge of that myself. I was way ahead of the curve on that because when I got traded from from New York to Philadelphia, the general manager, Lee Thomas, said, hey, don't worry about 89, 90s. You're not going to have to look at the lineup. You'll be in the lineup every day. So
you hit 325, I think, that first year in Philly, didn't you?
Yeah, well, the first year I got on the shit, on the stuff, I mean.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay.
But
you knew right away there was a big difference with steroids.
Well, I did it, but I did it as bad as this, weird as this might sound, I actually did it for the right reasons. I did it for my family and for my ability to stay on the field because I just physically am not built to withstand the 162-game schedule. And understand something, like people, the public, they don't really get how grueling and how tough of a schedule it is. And baseball is not baseball in pro ball. It's different. It's a whole test of the mind and the body and a lot of things involved.
But you also, you got to be fair to the other players who may not have been using. Like you said, you did it for yourself.
The only ones that weren't using were stupid. Unless they don't like money.
But how prevalent that was?
Everyone did it.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. Everybody on the Phillies using it?
Anybody that played well. Look, is it a coincidence that the year I hit, I'm leading I'm in 400 in June. I'm leading the league in everything. And, I hit 325. I lead the league in hits. How could I lead the league in hits? There's only one person in the world that can lead the league in hits, right? And I did it twice. And I couldn't have done that without the proper medication. Now, am I proud to say that? No. But the schedule is so grueling and so tough that as a guy, like for instance, today, drugs are out of the game. But when I was playing, what do you do? Let a guy, you look next to him and he's built like a, Greek statue, let him make $30 million and you're going to go home and get a real job?
Yeah, but you had some guys who, John Kruk didn't look like he used steroids.
He didn't use them. He didn't.
Kurt Schilling didn't look like he used steroids.
No. Pitchers, not a lot of pitchers did. But
Darren Dalton looked like, or Pete Incaviglia looked like they could have been.
Yeah, Inky, he was allergic to leather, Inky, yeah.
He was allergic to
leather. He was like, he couldn't play defense, trust me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really, really allergic to leather. But he was the best 5 o'clock hitter I ever played with. He could hit some
batting practice? Yeah, people would go watch Incaviglia just hit bombs.
Shots, man.
Yeah. And then it would be 7:05, and then all of a sudden...
Well, then, you put a little this and a little this.
Curveball, slider.
Yeah. That's the hardest part of the game.
The book is House of Nails, a memoir of life on the edge, the construction, the demolition, the resurrection, now available online, wherever books are sold. Let's take a break, because there's a lot more to get to here. I got to talk about, financial, what happened, going to jail, Charlie Sheen. There's a whole lot here to talk about.
Yeah, I hope you have a week. But the one thing we'll talk about is that book is, I'm proud of that book, and I think that the people that read that book will understand that, it's happy, it's sad, it'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, but at the end of the day, it's entertainment.
Did you feel guilty taking anybody down in this?
I didn't take anybody down. Somebody said,
Davey Johnson, you were pretty tough on.
I'll take him down. I'll tell him right now. He was an underachiever and overrated manager.
But you talk about him drinking.
Oh, what do you mean? Drinking? He was his best friend was Jack, as in Daniels. He's a player's manager. Why? He's never talked to you. He's always hungover.
But you don't have to put that in the book.
Why not?
Well, look, it makes for good reading.
Well, why I put that in the book is because it's the truth. Number one, this whole book's about the truth. And number two, 3 people from the organization told me that he fought for me and he didn't want me to be traded, which is all BS. He's the one behind it. And look where it led him. It set the Mets on a downward spiral.
You guys should have won more. That team was too good.
Look, at the end of the day, he has a great record, but he had great players. But even the World Series we won took the baseball gods from like miracles.
Shouldn't have won it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we only won that because the manager on that side screwed up.
Your relationship with Charlie Sheen, how does that start? When do you meet him?
Well, I mean, Charlie Sheen and I, we were best friends for a long time. It started in '93 when I was on a mission and dominating, and the Phillies were dominating. I got a note in the clubhouse from saying Charlie Sheen wanted to meet me. So I went and actually, there's a good chapter in the book about it, and I talk about, because, Charlie could play baseball, actually. He was pretty good. So when he hit in his batting cage, and so it started in '93, and unfortunately ended kind of when all this, bad news happened.
But you would go to his house and get high with Charlie.
No.
You did not get high.
No.
You saw him get high.
No, but I got him off the drugs.
Yeah.
I didn't. I saw him during the day more. It was more business. I helped him with business more. I probably fired 15 people that were stealing from him. I was probably. I'm thinking. Well, I was the only person that never got paid a dime from him. I didn't want a dime. I was his friend,
But you talk about there's a room that you didn't even know existed where you had to punch in a code to go into Charlie's private.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was
den. Well,
what happened was the fiance at the time. She. I didn't know her really, and she called me and said, someone was crying at the top of their lungs. I was like, "What are you talking? Who is this?" And she said, "I met you at Charlie's." And I said, "What do you call me for?" She said, "Charlie's been, holed up and smoking whatever." And I said, "Well, what do you call me for?" She said, "Everyone tells me you're the only one that will get him off, but he'll listen to him." So, anyways, that's what led to it. And but when she said you'll never find him, I said, "Where's he doing it?" She said, "You won't find him." I said, "What are you talking about? I've been over it thousands of times." And it was right out of a Alfred Hitchcock movie, meaning you had to punch a code in and this bookcase went. And so,
what was in the room?
Well, it's not funny, but it was I tried to break the ice because, there's Charlie with his, the pipe and the phone. And I said, "Look, I got to tell you, man, if you're going to smoke crack, at least you smoked it in the best crack. This is the best crack room I've ever seen." No, he had his Babe Ruth bat and
all of his sports memorabilia.
Yeah, just unbelievable. Just awesome stuff. But anyway, that's kind of a difficult situation to talk about. Because Charlie overall, he's really when he's sober, he's a humble, great guy. Triple smart. Just a lot of bad people around him. And they would try to get rid of me too because they knew that I was going to execute them, which I did,
Yeah, got rid of him.
Yeah.
How many times have you been arrested?
I think once. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I mean, I got arrested.
Well, there was.
Well, I got detained for. I don't know why. And then they said that. Bankruptcy fraud. So that was indicted, though.
Grand theft auto?
Yeah, that's some. All I can say about that is to read the book.
Yeah.
Because again, I don't want to sit here and tell the people what's right and what's wrong, but the facts will tell you. And when you read the book, it's all there, and I'll let the readers judge if the Grand Theft Auto was as much as me being the center fielder for the Mets tonight. Meaning, again, though, but I'm not going to sit here and make excuses and I let the book speak for it, and the legal chapters in the book, one of them is called "I Fought the Law and the Law Won." The bottom line is I've made a lot of mistakes and a lot of things I'm not proud of, but did I do something that should have put me in a position where the United States of America took my freedom away for as long as they did?
How long were you in prison?
Over 2 years.
What was that experience like?
It was it wasn't. It was hard. It's the hardest thing I ever did, but a lot of things happen in prison too. You know,
Like,
I got assaulted by the deputies. They all got arrested though. They've been in LA County Jail, so they're whistling to take me out to the ball game one night, and I said I don't want to hear it tonight, and so. But anyway,
so they're making fun of you that you're in prison doing take me out to the ball game.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. But like I said, people, that's another thing that's online. The FBI, the same group that put me in prison for selling furniture, is the same group that prosecuted and put them in prison. So they took everyone down from the bottom to the top, including the sheriff.
How did you lose it all? It felt like you had everything there. Was it all a house of cards here? Was it real?
Yeah, it was as real gets. But when you say I lost it all, I mean...
Well, you had Wayne Gretzky's house. You were making money, stock tips, car washes. I mean, it felt like...
Well, look, what happened with me is I actually became kind of too successful, meaning I didn't really, lose any of my businesses. What I mean is I didn't get stupid overnight. But maybe I put myself in position to, when 2008 came, the whole world came crashing down. So,
do you have any money now?
The federal government's got most of it. They got $50 million from me. But it's okay. Money's not the same. Money isn't. That's probably what I learned more than anything in prison is, money became kind of my drug, and so it was never enough. And so I talk about it in the book that, I got some clarity in prison, and it made me realize what was important, what's not important. And I used to think that because I was home with my kids and I bought them stuff that I was a good dad, but I wasn't really present, I was thinking about the next deal or this or that.
You're trying to make up for the fact that you're not there by buying them things.
Well, no, I was there. No, I'm saying when I was there, I wasn't there because I was always planning the next, caper scheme or the next, way to, get more and more and more. And sometimes, it's, look, money's not a bad thing. We all need it to live, but I think when you do something for the love of money, just like the baseball gods come and get you when you think you got baseball figured out, kind of the life gods come get you, and with me, they
got you
in a big way. Yeah.
The book is House of Nails. It's a memoir, Life on the Edge, the construction, demolition, and the resurrection. Now available online, wherever books are sold.
Yeah.
It's great to see you, Lee.
Yeah, and the book, by the way, has this writer, he's kind of famous, named Stephen King, who makes a comment, who read the book and said that that the book was sad, made him happy, and he said it was strangely beautiful and one of the best sports autobiographies I've ever read. So if Stephen King said that.
And a Red Sox fan, too.
Yeah.
So you cut his heart out in 86. So
yeah, and then you got Jack Nicholson on the back of the book saying Nails nailed it. So kind of the same thing, but I challenge people to read that book and find and tell me that book, whether you love me or don't love me or hate me and whatever, it doesn't matter. The book is, I poured out my, it was a 6-month ordeal that was like the hardest thing I ever did.
Well, good luck with it, Lenny.
Thanks.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.